and Jenny, and we just traveled across the world here to Australia, and we've been living in Airbnbs for the past few months.
We've been living and working in Sydney since October, and so far we've stayed in 4 different Airbnbs, and this is our 5th.
And our favorite. Scott is our Airbnb host and the friendliest person we've met in Australia. That's him going to pick some rosemary in the street.
We learned about our current place while we were staying in Scott's pad out back in December of 2019. So Scott has 2 properties. He has the pad out back in the yard for longer term stays, and his massive warehouse loft for people who are coming here on holidays and shorter term stays.
So why is this place our favorite, and why should you stay here if you're coming to visit Sydney? Number 1, Scott and Lisa. Just read the reviews of his Airbnb. Scott has been an awesome host ever since we first stayed here. He gave us a tour of Marrickville and so many itineraries for things to do around Sydney. His tips on train times, where to go, walks to do, and where to grab a coffee were always so helpful. Also, on Thursday nights, Lisa hosts her art class where you can go downstairs, have some wine, meet some locals, and make some art.
Pretty fun. And the loft. This Airbnb is the most unique Airbnb we have ever stayed in. Lisa, Scott's wife, has artwork all over the loft, and it adds a lot of charm and character, and it's really cool to get to see what she does. The building itself was built in 1895 and used as a bakery until the mid-1950s, and then it was used as a newspaper production facility, and now it's where Scott and Lisa live and do their art and have an Airbnb. The stove was made in 1955, and Scott got some parts to bring it back to life. We would argue that it works better than any modern stove made today. We have had so much fun playing with the record player and checking out Scott's amazing record collection. And eventually, we millennials figured out how to use it. Just about every piece of furniture in this loft has some sort of backstory or history to it. From the kitchen island being a bench from a local high school science lab to the old school black and white destination roll from a bus. Scott says he thinks they stopped using them here on the Sydney buses somewhere around the 70s. So not only do we absolutely love the loft, but we've really enjoyed getting to explore Marrickville, which is a suburb of Sydney, and it's actually only about a 20-minute train ride to the city, so nice and close.
You're not staying in the heart of the CBD, so you're not paying those Airbnb prices for being in the CBD. Scott's place is a short walk to the train station, and after hopping on a train, you'll be in Circular Quay, ready to explore all the city has to offer. So when you're not exploring Sydney's CBD or the beaches, you can also explore Marrickville itself and Sydney's inner west. Marrickville has a large Vietnamese influence, and you can get a delicious pork roll or banh mi for only $6 Australian. Be sure to bring cash. We've had authentic bun cha, Vietnamese coffee, and we even bought some Vietnamese coffee grounds to make coffee at home. There's also great breweries, cafes, and great music venues. And on the weekends, we like to head down to Cooks River for a nice walk, and maybe a quick workout if we're up to it.
Not often.
Not often.
Living out of Airbnbs for the better part of the last 6 months has been really fun. We've loved getting to explore all the different suburbs of Sydney and meeting really cool people. That's probably one of the best things about Scott's place in Marrickville. Scott and Lisa have made us feel so welcome and so at home, and we really haven't felt much like travelers these last couple months. We've really felt like we've been able to live here.
So we hope this video was helpful for you if you're planning a stay in Sydney and wanted some tips on where the best place was. If you're new to Airbnb, please sign up with the link in our description below, as it saves us some money on future stays.
Also, if everything we've said sounds great to you and you'd like to stay in Scott's loft, the link to his property is in the description below, and we promise you won't regret it.
If you thought this video was helpful, please give us a like and subscribe for more travel videos every week. We'll see you next time.